sour as fuck. It could be just red all week mostly because it looks like it could be a good week. I mean, it would be the right thing for the market makers to do. The market is about as irrational as it gets. So, but we'll talk about that in just a second here. Um, RJ, you just got in here, I think. So we're looking mostly at, well, nothing's really continuing right now, but I'd say that Bbio now is kind of the one that's interesting. Bbio. Kala is probably. I'm not even going to say that's better either. So I'd say Bbio is probably the best right now. Opportunity. It is, but Kala also Kala, and Trka Trka. But Trka is getting near the bottom end of that base. But that's where you want to get in. So it's waging that fight in that territory, the base territory, and right now it's at the cheapest area of entry. And then AI, we're also taking a look at AI. All right, now to look at the markets. Yeah, I'll wait on the TikTok. I'll let that go at the very end. So, if you remember from last week, Thursday, we had some Fed remarks towards midday, and that just reversed this whole bearish sentiment we were on, and it put in a bullish engulfing candle. That was Thursday, right at the bottom of this range, where it would actually be logically a good place for it to reverse from. It also means that we never really did penetrate the 200 moving average. We fully bounced off it twice, boing, boing, and we dipped under and then came back out, up and over. And so that's a lot of solid 200 moving average support, which is great for like the long-term trend. If it doesn't hold up, great. Then if it doesn't hold up, great. We'll move out of it, but we'll trade out of it. That's what makes us traders. But what it does mean is that it's possible that that's it. That 200 moving average, that area, that if you want to call it territory, this is a great area to be getting in for the next few years of investing. This could be the spot looked back at as your last chance confirmed lowest opportunity off of the ultimate bottom. I mean, you could guess the ultimate bottom, but this here would not be a guess, you see. So this is the first confirmed entry area. The lowest and confirmed entry area was on basically Thursday. And then I think a lot of investors realized that, and that's what caused Friday to go up. Now, there's plenty of room to negotiate this territory for 2 more weeks. So today doesn't necessarily have to be another green day, but like I said, it could be. But I think that smart money wouldn't mind waiting for a little bit of a pullback again. Possibly they'll go in light today, which could be met with, which could be, what's the word, defeated by by bears, basically. By the way, I saw Cocaine Bear this weekend. That was hilarious. Oh, God. and by the way, quite bloody. If you don't like gore, it is very funny. It's kind of like, did you ever see RoboCop? Paul Verhoeven movie. Paul Verhoeven was great because uh, he made it all kind of fun, even though it was real, and gore and everything. Made it kind of fun. Well, that's the way this movie is. Very good. But you're gonna go like, oh, definitely. If you're gonna be okay with that, don't miss it. It's hilarious. The only thing is, I went yesterday, and the theaters were not that packed. But on Friday, when it came out, they were packed, and it would seriously have been a more fun experience to be in a packed theater, because there was plenty of moments for you to jump out of your seat or cheer or making sounds, and it would have been great to be there, I guess, on opening night. Another reason to get in on opening night on some of these things sometimes, because that's a quarter of the fun. Yeah, it's 30% of the fun right there, is being a part of the concert of it all. So anyway, the Bears today, the Cocaine Bears, could defeat the light third day buying pressure that might be out there. I think it's going to be light. The demand, I think, is going to be light, but it's going to be there. It's just, I don't think people want to overpay at the start here. I could be wrong about that. Maybe institutions are like, I don't give a fuck, put it all in. And, I really don't know. But I think that in my 25 plus years experience of the markets, that generally smart money is pretty fucking smart about that. And if they can wait a month or a year, they will. So, why mess it up now? I think they've had 2 great days to put lots of money in the market. About $40 billion went into the market. And maybe that's not enough. I don't know, but we'll see today. And if not, let's take a look at the daily chart here. I mean, the intraday chart, and get an idea of what could happen today. Yeah, I see from just looking at this that we have a very nice liquidity pool sitting underneath the Asian England session overnight, as well as an after hours from Friday. So I see that we could pull back at the open and then grab liquidity and then actually go up and grind up and put in a little green day. If we went the other way, I'd have to get a little bit of a larger view on it. Let's pull back to larger view here. We went the other way at the open, in other words, going up at the open. Yeah, we'd have to have a seriously incredible green open, 500 points. Yeah, that's just not going to happen. I think what we're going to see this morning is a conservative grab of liquidity at slightly lower levels. I'm thinking it's off the open, so that means the first 30 minutes to hour and a half of the market, or first half of the day, will be red, and then it'll grab liquidity underneath Asia's lows, and then we could even end there and stay down there, and then tomorrow make the move green. So this could be a little bit of a red pullback day. Or then it will march back up to highs. Probably that's a good idea. It'll march back up to the highs, which is the open. And so then we'll get sort of a doji. I think they call it a dragonfly doji, which has a long tail below it, which means it's a bullish sign. That's probably what we're in store for today. It's red for the first half of the day, green for the second half of the day. Not as much progress as we saw on Thursday and Friday. And then the alternative, it's a rare alternative, is extremely bullish, massive buying, the biggest green day we've seen in a long time. And I really don't think that's going to happen, but it could happen. It could happen. That could be what this week is. As a matter of fact, that's what could happen for this week. Across multiple green days, perhaps, and we just work our way up there. So there's lots of different ways that it could play out. Good to be on your toes. All right, I am going to switch over to the momentum picks now. CN ride. Oh, okay. What about RDEX, RJ? Did I just? I hope I didn't just close. Didn't I? No, I didn't. So yeah, I'm gonna pull up ride as well. Ride. Put that on the bottom. Those are ride is a what? An ER? It's not ER hasn't even come out yet, has it? Any reaction on ride? All right, ride and then CN. CN, I'm seeing the reaction 48 to 54. Cool. And do you have a plan? What's your plan, Randy? What is your day one ER plan on CN? Let's see what you got. And Kala, yeah, we're watching Kala. Kala was ER related? No kidding. All right, let me see. Ah, that's what was going on Kala. Well, it certainly was a big surprise. And now it even hit 27.5 in pre-market. So either the breakout of 55 or wait for the 5-minute dip buy. Okay, so you're using the 5-minute dip buy mechanism. That could be over the course of a first half an hour or 45 minutes in the market. I think it is what you're talking about. But what about a 5-minute opening range breakout? Have you considered that? You're talking about 55 break for confirmed momentum. Yeah. That has to be. What about a pullback to lower pivot, 53? You'd have two almost $3 better risk situation there. So that could be another possibility. And I suppose you're thinking there would be, yeah, well, if it's going to go there, then I might as well use the 5-minute mechanism, 5-minute candle mechanism at that point. And so then I agree with you again. So I think those are all good. Nice. Very sound. Yes. We are discretionary traders, and we have eventually you have thousands of techniques in your tool belt, and you want to auto fit your knowledge and your what is it, skills to the situation at hand. And I think probably just like chess, there's going to be days where you're on top of your game and you're thinking about, well, what if this, then oh shit, then what if this, then that, then oh shit, then what if this, then that. And there's going to be other days where you're just like, and you will be demolished. That's the funny thing about chess, is it definitely teaches you that if your accuracy is not high, your chances of losing are very high. Yay! Benjamin says that I beat him on Saturday. I appreciate you being a good sport about that, because that was a big deal for me. It was very hard to beat you, Ben. You're a very good player. I really had to pull that one out. I'm going to tell you the tricks that I used, Ben. This is what I used, because maybe you can start to use this in your own game. I've only been playing for 2 months, but I am learning as best as I can. But what I especially focused on, and you might have felt it, but you felt it more in the end, but not as much in the beginning, is inducing your moves. So making it look like I left a piece unguarded or moved into a piece stupidly, or it doesn't even have to be so glaringly obvious. It could have been just minor, but so that you would actually move your piece and take advantage. Go ahead and take my piece. And I'd much rather have fewer pieces, but checkmate, than trying to make sure I play fully backed up, solid, every piece pushing and pushing. So what I was doing was I was manipulating you, and also simultaneously to that, I had been working on looking for your weak pieces as well. So those were the two things I pressed. That's it. I mean, basically, I played solid. Plus, I tried to induce your pieces to move where they shouldn't. And second, where were your weak pieces? And of course, I was looking for checkmate the whole time. Yeah, that was it. That was the trick right there. Chess.com, Kelly, if you want to join there. That can be a lot of fun. All right, the market's going to open in about 9 minutes, and it's on, says Kelly. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun with it. Ben, I don't think I could do it again. I mean, we've played many times. You're a better player than me, and I really and I try to play that good that I did when I beat you. I tried to play that good all weekend, and it's very difficult. That was one of my best games. There's the only way I could beat you. You're a very good player, Ben. Good job. I just want to point out that it really does take you a lot, to beat good players out there in the market too. It's the same thing. You really have to be on top of your game and be thinking of a lot. Keeping out of trouble, being aggressive and being conservative, being careful and being aggressive. It's a combination of it all. Bbio, rejecting the territory that it's fighting for, this base territory, did not break out of that base territory. Very interesting, because when it does, that'll constitute a confirmed breakout of that territory and a potential move up $4. BBIO has a potential move going on. Right now it's in a base and fighting for the territory between, I'd say it's 1670 to 1870. And it's sitting at 1770 right now. So you have $1 of risk with about $5 of reward setting up there on BBIO. We're also watching AI. We're also watching Kala, and we're also watching Trka. Oh yeah, I know Robert Sapolsky. Yeah, sure. Oh no, I definitely. Let's see, what's this? Studies stress in primates at Stanford. Yep, says a chess player can burn up to 6,000 calories a day while playing in a tournament, 3 times what an average person consumes in a day. Yeah, yeah, that's incredible. Yes, yeah, it's definitely tiring and taxing, but it's so interesting. That's what's so interesting. I think chess, because it's a fixed game, it's a closed system game. It's a game in a closed system. Has been pushed to the point where it's maximized, and the techniques are maximized, and the studies and everything. And I think that it's a great tool set for life and for all aspects of life, especially how they measure your performance. I think it could be used for athletes to measure their performance. The concept of accuracy is really important, as well as sacrifice and all these things. So yeah, it's like it could even be used for like Alzheimer's patients and stuff. It's a really great tool to probe your mental fitness. It's mental fitness, and the measuring tools are really well established, and they make sense too. Like the difference between an inaccuracy and a mistake in life, is real. The words that they use, they're correct. A blunder, blundering in life. When you blunder in chess, your only out is if your opponent is dumber than that. And in life, if you blunder, the only way you recover is if you happen to be in a bubble of total idiots around you, and they do worse than you. There's the only way you're going to crawl out of that ahead is if everybody else is dumber than you around you. So maybe that's one reason to hang out with dumb people, I guess. That's very interesting in that respect. All right, but yeah, we're looking at a base on BBIO. Trka, we're watching Trka just perked up from pulling back to about 58-cent base. It's now at 60 cents, and it could go to 67 cents. So that's about 11 to 12%, possibly on Trka, maybe more. AI also sort of in a base with a bottom at 28 and a top at 29. That whole region is still being fought for since 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. That whole region of 28 to 29 is still being fought for. That battle is still waging on. All right, we got 3 minutes until the market opens. I'm going to start the TikTok now, and we're going to get ready for the market here. All right, yes, Alpha, etc. Chess name, great. Yep. Uh, Kelly, you can find me. No, I don't remember my name. It might be the following, but I'm not sure. I think it is. Okay, we've got 2 minutes and 12 seconds until the market opens. And RJ, did you take up chess this weekend? Said he's gonna do it. You've been practicing all last week. All right. Yeah. It's just like poker. I mean, if you guys could get good at poker and chess, yeah, those two, then we could have a lot to talk about because there's a lot of advanced aspects in both of those that we can use in trading and performance. All right. Kelly says, look him up. He'll give you a game. He'll give you a game you'll never forget. And that's sort of like, I've never heard anything like that, that quite like that before. That's what we composers say to each other as a backhanded compliment, or vice versa. Somebody writes something interesting, maybe not so great, and you say, "Wow, well, yeah, I've never heard anything like that before." Good thing. And Benjamin is Benaru. Ah, now I get it. It has something to do with the didgeridoos. Benjamin wanted to be a kangaroo in this life, but unfortunately he became a human. And so he's stuck being a goddamn what do you do? A paralegal or a attorney, assistant? I'm not sure. Something in law, mediator. Yes. All right. We're starting to get some action on OBS fee, something that we got in, I think, on Friday. It was dipping, and now it's coming back up right before the opening bell. All right. We're open. The market is open. We're getting some action on Trka, TRKA. No, it's pulling back. Give it a sec. TRKA. Well, no entries yet, and the market looks like it's moving up. That's the opposite of what I expected, which could forecast a big green day. That seemed like the rarest possibility. Give it some time. I've got a lot of good shit going on here, and some of the stuff I'm holding. Let me check in on them. This one, ABML, is doing well. DRIO. Okay, well, says it's doing all right. Good to see. And then how about AI? What is AI up to? Okay, AI is pulling back, and I have some calls on that I guess I'll close out if that's the way it's gonna go. It's breaking down. Yeah, all right. I'm closing those out. I mean, I'm up 320% on them, so I might as well. But I was thinking about it over the weekend. The conversion from analog stuff to digital. Because, for example, when I was a little kid, we had answering machines, right? Now we have voicemail, but we had answering machines, and you would put in a little cassette tape, these little mini cassette tapes. You'd put in this mini cassette tape. Person would call in, it'd play the other cassette tape, which was your outgoing message, and then beep, and then the person would leave a message and start recording on the little cassette tape, right? Over time, something as obscure as an answering machine was replaced by digital technology. So the revolution of digital technology slowly eats away and replaces everything in life. And how long does it take? Seems to be about 40 years. The transformation is somewhere between 20 and 40 years to where, all life, gets switched over to the digital, right? That new technology changes. It's actually an 80-year full cycle, but by 40 years you've reached about mass. You've reached the mass saturation level, and then 60, 80 happens. Now, I think we've got that going on in AI. So you have to think like, oh, if you're buying AI now, not just AI the stock, but any AI, you're betting on companies like Apple and Dell and Hewlett Packard in 1980. I mean, basically, you're at the beginning of the next, if you believe that, if you believe AI is the next big technological revolution, then, and it seems to be extremely helpful to productivity. It would seem to be an area that we definitely want developed. It's helping lots of areas, and it's slowly going to consume and transform all areas like that. Well, if you wanted to buy Apple in 1980 for $11 and be a millionaire today for $10,000 back then, probably would be worth, I don't know, you'd have to look it up, maybe 25 million today or more. Well, you might have that with AI. Not the AI stock I'm saying, but AI. Artificial intelligence, right? If you believe that that's why did that just reject? Huh? Oh, it already filled? Did I already get a good fill on that? Oh, that'd be great. Okay, good. Yeah. Got out of the AI before it even started to drop there. That's awesome. Very good. It's good to be seeing Thinkorswim's been like a little bit better on the fill side lately. And I guess I'll flatten Kala here, even though it's not that much of a danger. I can always get back in, being the rationale. Trka did perk up over 0.6 area and hit almost it actually hit almost 6.4. So Trka, TRKA, looking pretty good. Yeah, the whole market being pretty green and positive right now. What I was saying is I have to go 500 points to grab liquidity up here, and it's looking like it's gonna do it. Let's go take a look at the daily chart. That would constitute an extremely green candle. I think it wants to get up to these areas over here. Let's see if I can illustrate that for you. See, what we have is we can come down to Asia's lows, which are somewhere in here, and then move up on the day. Minor day. And that could be what happens. Or the alternative is we reach all the way up to these levels of liquidity up here and tap into those levels. And that would mean that we put in basically the greenest day we've had ever. So I find that to be less likely. But, for some reason, we're moving this way first. And I'm not seeing nearby levels of liquidity to grab. It could be, we're just probably going to be met with a lot of resistance up here. There's something funny going on. This could be a multi-day bull trap that's being set up by market makers. What's going on? A multi-day bull trap. It could be this whole week is going to move that way, and they're trying to kick it off in the right direction, set the tone. It's Monday at the open. And then next week, I believe there's some Fed information coming out. Next week is more important, I think, for the economic data, I believe. I'd have to double check on that. And then maybe they're expecting that to be negative. What price level? I don't know. What price level is what? Up there or down there? I don't know. Up high, it's a 310. Down low, it was just a guess. I don't even remember if that was correct. Yeah, it was something like 298. Yeah, 310 up, 298 low, down. That's what you had, 309.75? Okay. All right, good. Yeah, that's correct. All right, Bbio, perking up now, BBIO. Perking up out of that base, and if it can break that level of 1893, basically $19, we're talking about $24 price target. It seems to be maybe even happening / halting possibly over on BBIO. The big green candle everybody wants in. It almost broke 19 just then. Trka completely failing out. Watch yourself on Trka. Gonna look at some of my positions for a minute here. I have an AMC short, which I now need to possibly get out of. Oh no, I long. That's what it was. We switched long. Curious that it's pulling back, but all right, we'll close it out now. That's the way those trades are. They give you any trouble, just get out. You don't need troublesome trades. I mean, you'll find that the best trades don't give you very much trouble. It's like easy money. The best trades are easy money. Everything else, if it gives you trouble, just get rid of it. It's not an easy trade. It's not it's not good. Forget about it. Yeah, the market's still zooming. The VIX certainly is. Looks like the VIX is going to hit under 18 this week. That's really good. Down around 14, 15, maybe 16 can be a good area to grab long-term calls so that, maybe in 3 to 6 months, if we have a problem and the VIX goes up to 25, then you can sell them. But VIX calls direct from Chicago Board of Exchange can be a little bit difficult because the Greeks are a little bit too good for the seller of the options. So you might want to pick something like an alternative VIX ETF, like options on an alternative VIX ETF. Watch all the risks inherent in those kinds of things, of course, guys. Well, ABML, this was something we were in Friday at the close, is doing well. We're up 11% on ABML. I want to keep a continued look on Cala because if it does break above 2150, it could get back into action and keep moving. There goes ABML even more. Now we're up 12%. And are those calls? Yeah, those are calls. I'm up 30% on GNS Friday. Trka just failing out. CN, just forget it. Randy. What was I looking up? GNS. GNS moving from about 380 open to almost 440. GNS having a good day, maybe picking up some momentum here. GNS. Mike says Unky is up. Unky. Did you say halted up? Unky is halted up. Thanks, Unky. Unky Mike. Unky Mike. Unky UNCY is halted up at $1 almost 50. Oh, all right. I got to exit ASST. If anyone else is in that with me, know that I'm getting out at break even on ASST now. And SON is going the way of AI, which is pulling back. Go ahead and get out of that. Those are pretty liquid, so those were sold pretty quickly. Okay, I'm going to need to get out of SQL. No, that's incorrect data. Everything seems to be okay on that. Cala, we've got the RJ talking about Cala. Cala perking up. Cala can get over. Let's get a zoom up on that. If Cala can get over 2130, 40, it may get back in play. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's winning that battle there. But it's fighting a territory right now. Well, no, and it lost. It lost. So now it's moving down to a lower territory. Now, boy, ABML just keeps going. I think I'm going to take some profits on that now. We're up 15% on ABML. Shares, there they are. Okay. I'll sell 10% on that strength. Sell into strength. Yep, that's it on Cala. That's fine. I closed earlier. And if we had pre-market trading available before 7 a.m., I could have gotten out at $27, almost $28 at like 4 a.m. Again, I mean, it's just how many thousands and thousands of dollars TD Ameritrade has cost all of us by not allowing trading before 7 a.m. I mean, they're just losing a battle by having that policy. People are not going to open up accounts over there. Oh no, I didn't because it's gonna miss him. Unky has resumed trading and is now up and over the prior halt level and hitting 157. And there goes ABML. We're now up almost 20% on ABML. Friday. I believe that was first green day. Let's see. Okay, market's pulling back, says Kelly. Pretty heavy. So there it is. That's all she wrote, I guess. The market's now probably going to move down to that 298 level we were talking about on the Qs. Oh, yeah, the forecast for today. If you ever want to hear the market forecast and I'm not on TikTok, then you need to be in our official group. And so that's going to happen a little bit more frequently. People on TikTok and out there, and people who are not in our official group, which is free, so just come on in, are not going to get all the jelly beans that everybody in the group gets. So yeah, but yeah, we went over the market extensively. And it's a little bit of a complex day, so I'm not going over it again. It took a couple minutes to explain. ABML, all right. Yeah, I can throw these into the wastebasket. Done. Jelly beans are good. Azul, says Justin. AZUL. Okay, I'm going to take a look at that somewhere here. Watching so many stocks. Yeah. Unky not really providing. I might get rid of that. OBSV, I can put it right here. Azul. Yeah, Azul almost just a straight run up from pre-market level of 512 is now at 631. It is up 51% on the day since Friday's close at 4. It's now at 6. That was on earnings this morning, or it's possibly, yeah, I think they've released earnings. Sounds good. All right, Meta's pulling back. Meta had a great day on Friday, closed at 185, and then pre-market right up until the market open hit 189, but it has pulled back and bled out at the open and is now at 186. Meta. Now that the market's going down, I just got to see, is AMC going up? No. Okay, good. I made the right decision. Yeah, Unky is moving down. It might be halted down. Yeah, it's probably halted down. Unky probably just didn't have enough volume going on. Didn't even do a million. According to this, at least, it didn't even do a million shares. That's just not hot. And Austin Martin's up 13%. Wow. We got in on Friday at 290, and look at that leap. Boom. Very nice. Did I get out of that or not? I was thinking, what the hell? Trying to get out of SQL, and I think I never placed my order because we were talking. I need to get out of that. Yeah. Okay. That's all it took. Nice to have done that 5 minutes ago. That's trading life for you. All right. Everything else looks good. I'm holding it. All weeds have been pruned, and all blossoming plants have been watered. We move from chess to gardening. Zen gardening. This is going to be the Zen gardening week. Be like water, my friends. Water can fit in a cup, but it can also crash like the ocean. Be like water. Okay, this Azul just keeps going. It just keeps going. There's no entrance. Either you're in it and you need to be taking profits into this strength, or you're not in it and you need to be waiting for a base, support, pullback, level 2 support, demand. But you don't enter on FOMO. Do not chase. Except for a confirmed momentum breakout point, but it's got to be a momentum stock with lots and lots of volume. All right, ABML almost back to where I want to take another 10% out. I need to double check if they're charging me per exit. They are. Those bastards. I didn't even know. So we can't take 10%. We're going to have to take like 30%. Why you check? I'll give it a second anyway, because it might break 127. As level 2 says. Level 2 says what? Where is okay, 128 is pretty heavy, but 126 is quite heavy. It's going to be hard to break through that 1/3 exit at 128 on ABML. All right, so Azul with some pullback. So now you need to find out where the bottom is of this pullback, and then where the top of the pullback is. That needs to be established, and then you can figure out about getting in. You have some shares at 450. Okay. You said, should I hold or should I sell? That's not how it works. You need to take partial profits. So Azul's up. When something that you invest in, like if you were going to invest in something that was $4, on the hopes that in a year or two it might hit $6, that'd be up 50%. That's incredible gains. But then you got that in one day, and you're asking, should you hold or sell? What does it matter to you? Right? Like, did you achieve your goal? Good. Do it on something else. But what I was trying to get at in the first part is that it's not hold or sell. Your decisions are never yes or no. Take a little out. You've made some profits. Take 50% out. Take 25% out. Take 80% out. Take 20% out. 10%. Do something. Don't just fucking sit around going, I don't know what to do. Right? Do something. That's important. When something's happened, do something. When nothing's happened, consider doing nothing. But meet something with something. Meet action with action. Be like water. Meet non-action with non-action at at most, and then you can even meet it with action. But definitely meet action with action, if that makes sense. All right, we're coming up on the top of the hour, and yeah, just a couple of interesting things. GNS is still going. What am I up on that? We're up 63% on GNS options. Way to go, GNS. And ABML, we're slamming the top of the range there at 19% gains on stock shares. That's really good gains for shares. And a couple other things. We're up on a couple other things as well. I've heard things, friends. We need to give Evan a sensei name. Bruce Lee didn't have a sensei name. But trying to think what I'd love to be called. I'll think about that, and I'll get back to you on that. Kelly says, Evan will straight up tell you he's not going to bullshit you. Great idea. All right, you guys tell me what name you're thinking. Don't I have to accept it? Do I get any say in it? Call me Fern Gully this week. It's a fucking rainforest show. Call me what is it? The supposedly kid. No, I'm out here. Supposedly, we've got this. All right, you guys, have a good morning. Let's move into the group and continue in the momentum channel and the other appropriate channels. Thank you very much. Watch your trading. Be careful out there. Supposedly, son. Yeah. Yeah. Boy, supposedly.